chill out, give it up, cause your problems mean nothing now. When you're carefree living it, do you know what living is? Wake up, step out on a rooftop with people from out of town, and you know we're feeling it, cause we're carefree living it. One love, follow the movement, give up the fight you've been losing, and open up your blind just a little bit.
This is PopimpressKA Journal, and we're here with Nick Tangorra Band, and we have two amazing young men with me. This is Nick Tangorra.
Yes.
How are you, Nick?
Good, how are you?
Great. And his brother Raf.
How's it going?
And they are amazing musicians, and they are incredible in what they do. And you will have no idea how much scream during their performances. And it's actually very refreshing that this time and age we have such a young band, but at the same time it gives so much influence to young generation. You guys have a great image, and
thank you.
I think a lot of people look at you and you inspire a lot of people.
Oh,
thank you so much.
I hope we do.
Well, you know, when I was at the concert for Nick's 16th birthday, that was in September 14th.
Yes.
So I've seen how you interacted with every single fan,
Yeah.
and how you said hello, and even the fish. You got the fish.
I got a fish. Yes, a fan gave me a fish for my birthday, and that was pretty wild.
I think you got two. You got two.
I got two
one
fish.
came with a bowl, and one was like in the plastic
bag.
bag from like PetSmart.
Yeah. So I don't know. We have a different kind of relationship with our fans. It's not so much that they're fans. I mean, they're supportive of our music and everything, but I mean, it's more like it's a family. So they come to our show, and you know, we act different with fans. It's not, you know, oh, hi, hello, nice to meet you, goodbye. It's, we talk to them, we're there for them, they're there for us, so it's a different kind of relationship.
How did the whole union happen with your band? And your brother is amazing on drums. I watch you like put 120%. And Nick had such a great charisma when he performs, because it's just the energy level.
Well,
It's
Nick
incredible.
is truly one of a kind. I mean, I'm blessed to say that he's my brother and my singer, and on top of that, I mean, I've been playing music forever. I got my first drum set when I was 4. My grandmother gave me my first drum set, and since then I've been involved in every aspect of my life with some sort of music. And Nick, on the other hand, had been doing a lot of theater. And so from, you know, his background and my background and projects he's done and projects I've done, we've really been playing together for 7 years. And did you know, like, there's a fun fact, like 7 years ago, like just around today, we were playing in LaSalle for like some, like, LaSalle is this like middle school that we both went to, but it was for like some barbecue thing that they had in school, and I saw a picture of it this morning, and he was really little at the time.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
Good.
He did, and I and I was still. I looked pretty much the same, but yeah, you know, it just from there. Like we've always been playing together, and I think for some reason this past year, a lot of our hard work has really come down to us, you know, taking it more seriously, and
yeah, we even our guitarist Will. He's actually one of our best friends, and we met through music. So they were part of Rafe and him were part of another project, and because of that, it was like, hey, we need a guitarist, and now we're playing with Will. So it's been over a year now that we've been playing with Will, but like each of us has been doing music on our own for so long. So now that we're coming together
in the performance.
Yeah.
Now, how did the whole phenomena happen? Because to get attention of the public, it's a very big challenge.
Absolutely. Well, the first thing we basically started doing was posting videos on YouTube, and from that, you know, you would get a couple views, and it was oh, awesome, we just got 100 views, oh my god. And we ended up, our lawyer from MK Sports came to us and told us that he was part of this new charity that had to do with anti-bullying called Find the Courage. And we immediately wanted to be part of it. We were like, what can we do? And they were like, well, why don't you guys write a song about the charity? So we had sat down and wrote songs about the charity called Find the Courage. And that alone started just generating so many views on YouTube, and you know, it was inspiring fans and making fans and everything like that. And we started posting more and more, started doing shows, and basically it's crazy. Like nobody really knows how it started. It keeps happening.
Good energy.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, another factor I would think that would go into a lot of this is we were a part of America's Got Talent. We were like contest finalists for their YouTube competition, and I mean, really from there it was like, you know, a lot of people saw the video and were like, who are these guys? Who is Nick? He's in Long Island. Oh my, I live in Long Island. And then it became a local thing, but it's branched out since then.
And then I was on X Factor.
Oh, yeah.
That was my next question.
You want to ask? I got you. Okay. Well, I was on X Factor.
Yes.
I got my 4 yeses and everything. They sent me to LA.
How was the reaction of Simon to you? Like, what did you expect? Like, tell me the first thing you thought that he's gonna say.
I was scared to see Simon. And I did not know what he was going to say because I've been watching him on all the shows and basically telling people, you know.
He's rough.
Yeah, he's rough. But he was nice.
He was nice.
They were all nice. They were all very nice. So I got 4 yeses and everything and went to LA. Things didn't work out, obviously, but I mean, just from that, you saw me on Nationwide TV get eliminated.
But
so
it's not even
that means something.
Of course, but it's not even that it didn't work out. It's just maybe it's a different journey for you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have to accept no, and you have to just work at your craft. So I was willing to do that. It was an experience in itself, just to go to LA and be able to meet and hang out with other talent and get to just basically talk to other people for a couple hours and know their stories and how they got involved in music and hear their voices. It was just a cool experience.
What do you guys think about the voice competition? Have
Oh,
you ever
that's
thought
awesome.
about
I actually
that?
really like that show a lot.
I like the whole concept of it, that, you know, you're not judging the person based off of their appearance. The thing I wish about the show was that you didn't know what the person looked like for the entire show.
Why is that?
It's just because I feel like the show is called The Voice, so it should be solely based on the voice. But obviously, once you see them, you're judging them based on their appearance.
How did you start performing? Did you get some training or what happened?
Yeah, well, when I was about 5 years old, my grandfather had passed. So we had been going through old belongings of his, and we actually found a record. And we played it, and it was him. And he used to be in a doo-wop group
Your
called The Gems.
grandfather.
Yeah, my grandfather. So
What was his name?
his name was Tony.
Tony Tangorra?
Tony Marzigliano.
Marzigliano.
Yeah, Papa Tony. So and I wear his dog tag. I know some people might get the wrong idea about it, but I wear this dog tag because my grandfather, who was my best friend, wore it when he served in Vietnam as an MS. So I feel if my grandfather could be that brave, and in situations he had to, I wear it as good luck charm because hopefully I can be half as brave as he was.
And he's with you.
Exactly.
And that's actually a great way of kind of like know where you get your inspiration from.
Absolutely.
So now, tell me, what are your favorite records? What do you guys like to listen to create this great sound? And songs are so thoughtful.
Well, basically, like, I personally love the band Carmen. I love Carmen, Bruno Mars, Amy Winehouse, I mean, stuff like that.
Bruno Mars, I can cry when I listen to his stuff.
Oh, he's
he
amazing.
He makes girls cry.
He's amazing. He makes me cry, so.
Girls cry at your concert.
Yeah.
Also, but like, for that kind of stuff, then I love, like, current stuff, more like One Direction or, you know, stuff like that, or even Ed Sheeran, like, music like that is just, it's like, it has a purpose and stuff, and they're not writing to write, they're writing because there's meaning behind what they're writing.
Who writes the lyrics and the music?
Well, for us, we all collectively write everything, so I could come up with a melody, and Rafe can come up with lyrics, and Will can come up with a guitar riff, or it can be completely different. Rafe can come up with a melody, I can come up with lyrics, and Will can come up with the drum beat, or it can be we all come up with every single thing in MASH. It just depends, but it's completely equal.
Yeah, well, we all have different styles of writing too. I mean, I have a very particular, like, classic rock, like, background and influence in my music.
Now, who is your influence?
Well, I mean, above all, my absolute influence when it comes to playing drums is John Bonham, and he is Led Zeppelin's drummer.
Yes.
Well, was. Unfortunately, passed away. But anyways, he's like the end-all, be-all when it comes to drums for me. And so, because I love classic rock and that whole style of music, I'll try and bring that element of songwriting into the mix. Whereas Nick, who loves current music and theater, will bring in those elements into the mix. And Will, who at one point was, writing metal music, will bring that into the mix. And we're all very good at what we do, so when we do put it together, it always comes out, pretty good. And we're also very passionate about what we do, so we fight a lot. And
You do fight a lot.
Oh, of course. But I mean, brothers fight, so brothers always fight. But it's nothing. All our fighting is over passion, and because we're all always under 24 hours of stress, and we're all 24 hours of the day very passionate about our music. And so when we fight, it's because we all believe in each other and the same goal, and we all have the same goal. So we're fighting to make that goal happen. So he might think, well, I like this idea and I think this is what needs to happen, and I might say, well, I like this idea, and we'll go back and forth and whatever. But at the end of the day, usually what we end up with is something that will bring us to the next step that we need to go to in our journey, and it becomes dead and buried and in the past.
And then you don't think about
Did anybody buy that? Because
Really? Is that for real?
I'm kidding.
Now that song, Beautiful Thing, it was amazing.
Oh,
Thank you.
I thought like really refreshing. So tell me about how did you come up with the words and stuff?
Well, basically, that song is a co-write with this songwriter
Nelson.
from LA called Eric. Called Eric, name that.
Called Eric.
But yeah, so it's basically collectively written, and it's just, you think about it, we've had so many fans approach us that came for us with advice, and basically our advice on anything is you need to focus on the positives. It's not about the negatives. Look at the glass half full,
Right.
and everything like that, because obviously life is a beautiful thing and you have to cherish every moment of it. And basically the song is just, it represents that idea that you have to focus on the positives, because if I read this thing, it was like this this teacher was teaching his class about focusing on the positives, obviously, as a life lesson, and he took a glass of water and said, if I hold it out for a couple minutes, my arm is fine, it doesn't hurt so much. If I hold it out for a couple hours, it starts to get a little tense. But if I hold it all day, my arm will fall off and it'll kill me.
Right.
Okay. You're supposed to think of that like problems. You can think about problems for a couple seconds, but you can't think about it all day and let it consume you. You have to get over it, and you have to focus on the positives in life. So I figured, like, that's just such an awesome way to think about it. It's like you just have to it's not get over it, but sometimes you just need to say, you know what, I've done what I can do, moving on.
Now, how do you able to balance school and your career? Because this is basically a career already.
Yes.
I don't think we do balance it at all.
Now, tell me what is like complex or what's going on when you're like school and you have to have rehearsal, right?
Oh yeah.
Nick, you want to take that away?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's difficult. I mean, like, I've been on Golden Honor Roll since freshman year. So I of course want to be able to maintain that. It's just, it gets so difficult. I mean, now I'm in 11th grade. I'm taking chemistry and trigonometry and another metry and whatever. So it's obviously gotten difficult. But I mean, I'll get a text message and I'll be in the middle of class and I'm like, what's an idea for new merch? And I'm like, hello, I'm trying to learn what X is. Like, leave me alone. So it's rough. But I mean, obviously, education, especially in our house, is so important. You always need to, not so much. I mean, we obviously are succeeding at what we're doing. I mean, the fans have been nothing but amazing to us, but I mean, you always need plan B, so it's always safe to have.
But what's also important is that you have goals.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're kind of like Steve, so you're not like confused at the point.
Oh no, we know exactly what we want to do.
And that's very important. Tell me about your background, your parents, your siblings. You have more. What's going on in the house?
Well, I mean,
I don't know if I hope we have any more
I don't think we have any more siblings other than our dog. Sometimes our cousins are like, we consider our cousins who we're very close with, siblings. They're our little sisters, but I mean, it's really just me and Nick, and I mean, I don't know how else to say it. He's my brother. He's my best friend. He's everything to me. So and on top of that, the project that right now we're doing as a band is it. That's how our world is revolving right now. So
what do you see happening with your band? Because I know that a lot of times transition is difficult or rough. What do you think is going to go to? Because it has different sounds to it.
Yeah,
well,
of course. Well, I think with us, I mean, our music has only grown up with us, and we're not doing anything outrageous. I mean, we come from good and happy and amazing families and amazing parents. So, and I speak for Will as well when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're not being rebellious or anything. We're just growing up with our music, and it's kind of weird because they're growing up different than I am. So they're 20 and 20. They're about to be 21,
yeah,
and I just turned 16.
How is that?
So I mean, I'm just getting acne, and they're like, don't worry about it.
we're like, yeah, we're done with acne.
So I mean, but obviously our music is not about acne because that'd be pretty bad, and that would not go over well. Maybe we'll write a song called "I Got a Pimple," but I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, what I mean is like our music is growing up with us. So when we collectively write, we're collectively writing to a specific audience, but about ourselves. So.
Well, I think it's easy to see too that Nick is a very old soul. So the growing up or the catching up in his growing up that he has to do to me and Will. I mean, at that point, age is just a number. He acts just as responsible, as mature as either of us.
So you guys dating now? Are you dating?
No.
We're not each other.
No,
of course not. But do you have girlfriends that like?
No.
No.
Not at the moment.
Doing an acapella.
Acapella. Well, okay, now what do you think for you is a good person is? Because like you grow up, you like somebody. What do you think is a good person for you?
Absolutely. Well, since I lack social skills.
You lack social skills?
But since I lack
Do you get shy?
staying home.
Nah.
Shy. Well, maybe around
You get
celebrities.
very shy.
Celebrities.
He acts like a fangirl.
Yes. When?
He acts always.
What, really?
Always.
It really doesn't
Backstage,
matter who it is.
it doesn't matter who it is. If it's someone that you've seen.
It could be nobody like that to me, and then someone's like, that's blah blah blah, and I'm like, they're famous? What? Like, it's bad. It's so stupid. I don't know. But yeah. So back to your question.
Yes.
I like to have fun and play video games and stuff like that. So someone that's gonna sit in the basement all day and play video games with me and eat Chinese food at McDonald's. Cool.
You're good.
Yeah. You have to be funny because I like funny people.
Uh-huh.
Because you just have to think I'm funny because I don't. I think I'm hilarious. Do you think I'm hilarious?
I think you're funny.
You better.
Yeah, I have like a good duo going on here.
I don't know.
But
I don't think he's that funny.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty funny. But I'll tell you some of my jokes later.
No.
No.
Don't tell the Disney one.
No, this is
Now a question for you. Would you like dream to perform like in one of the Disney movies, like they have those beautiful films like Pocahontas. I know Vanessa Williams was singing that. But Leon Rimes did the duo with Elton John. It was an amazing duet.
Absolutely.
So what do you think would be like ultimate goal for you like in your career? Hey, like those cartoons are funny.
They are. I think ultimate goal in our career is just to make people happy. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if we're selling one copy of our album or 1 billion. We obviously have goals and we hope to obviously reach to a huge audience and stuff like that. But we're happy doing what we're doing now. So if this is where it is for the rest of our life, then we're happy. Mm-hmm. So we're just having a blast, and we, like I said, we have dreams of touring the world and going different places and meeting so many fans and making so much music and being able to collaborate with so many different artists and playing at venues like Madison Square Garden. But at the same time, we're happy. So wherever life takes us is absolutely.
Yeah, no, I listen, it's for me, I could be living in a box, in an alleyway, as long as I'm playing music and I'm happy. That's all I ever care about. So
that's great. What is your favorite holiday?
Oh man, Halloween.
That was never your favorite holiday.
Really?
I love Halloween.
He's a liar.
No, I'm not.
Halloween
I
is
love
my
Halloween.
favorite holiday.
Really?
It's my favorite.
So you're gonna bump me out of Halloween? Should I like Christmas?
Go like Christmas.
Okay, fine.
So you
I
go
like
Christmas, you go Halloween.
I like Halloween.
All right,
Why-
so I'll give you candy, but you'll give me presents.
Rafe?
Deal.
I like Halloween. Okay,
Yeah.
not Rafe. I own that holiday.
No.
Holiday.
I love like scaring people, but here's the thing:
Mhm.
is I don't like scary movies.
No.
No.
You never
I
watch
love
it?
Scary movies.
I mean,
That's why Halloween's my favorite
See,
holiday.
But did you see The Conjuring?
No.
Okay, that
I'm
was like
scared.
supposed to be the scariest movie. I saw it and I was laughing, but it was a good movie. But I saw
Twilight.
Paranormal Activity
Yeah.
and I was freaked out. It makes no sense.
So Christmas, like when you have Christmas, how do you celebrate Christmas in your house?
Well, Christmas Eve we have the 7 fishes, but I don't eat seafood, so it kind of stinks
7
for
fishes?
me.
What are they?
Yeah,
Explain it
it's
to me.
it's like a very Italian tradition.
All the moms and grandmas of the family.
Yeah, they just get like
Italians.
7 types of fish, and,
Yeah, and then
they
they-
make this huge dish with lobsters and crabs, and he looks like Chef Boyardee at the end of the night,
He cooks?
and he's got like
No,
he's a messy eater, and he's got crab legs like sticking out.
Is that your favorite food? You like seafood?
Oh, I love seafood. He hates it though.
Really?
Yeah, I like fried calamari and shrimp. That's
and,
it.
And he likes baked clams.
Yeah,
Baked
yeah,
clams are good.
I do. But that's it. Like, I don't like salmon, and I don't like. Yeah, I'll pass on seafood. Yeah, I'll take a steak though.
Steak is
Love
good.
me some steak. Yeah.
McDonald's.
So, but that's why I like Christmas Day, because well,
That's
usually we open our presents Christmas Eve anyway. We know what we got.
You do.
Yeah, we know all the hiding spots. It's not a secret anymore. But yeah,
Santa
no,
doesn't bring
Christmas
it that
Day.
early, Rave.
Yeah, well, Christmas Day, we have ham, and I love ham.
Mhm.
So,
We have ham. Oh,
So
no.
you
Yeah, we do
basically
have
you have like
no
a,
idea.
because you don't eat it. You have like spaghetti. Well, we have spaghetti. We have ham. We have everything.
you've got
He
everything.
doesn't know me.
No.
I don't eat spaghetti.
No, you don't eat
I
spaghetti.
have spaghetti, but no.
You sit at
Like,
the
not
same
over
table.
ham.
You don't know what you eat.
No, I know. Well, listen, if he could order Chinese food every day of his life, holidays included, he would.
You do? You like Chinese food.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Sesame
I
chicken.
love
No, he
chicken
loves
and
chicken
broccoli,
broccoli.
but I also love sesame chicken.
Mm.
It's good. I can't. I'm with you there. I can't knock you on your love for Chinese food.
So you basically have this great, like, healthy relationship in your film, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
but unhealthy eating habits. We have a healthy relationship, but unhealthy eating
I
habits.
know Nikki mentioned about the bullying, and I know it's pretty big at school right now. What do you guys think about the whole movement that's going on right
Yeah,
now?
well, I think it's about time that people actually stand up for bullying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's gone on for too long that people just were on the hush about it, and kind of just like, oh, get over it, or putting it off. I mean, words hurt, and it doesn't matter who you are. You could be this big tough guy, football player. Someone says something to you and you don't like it. It hurts. It hurts your feelings. So, I think it's about time that people stand up for themselves and people stand up for others. With that includes bystanders or anybody that's watching it happen, or it's happened to, or you have to put yourself in other people's shoes.
Right.
And including the bully. The bully, I feel, is going through something that they have to hurt others, and I feel like maybe that's their way of feeling better about themselves. Maybe they're going through some rough things and they want to see others hurt to maybe feel equal. I really don't understand it, to be completely honest with you, but I feel that it's about time people stand up for it and they stand up against it.
Did it ever happen to you? Would you like review?
Yeah, no, I've been
Absolutely.
bullied.
You have been bullied. You
well,
look like you.
Because I'm the gentle giant, but one day I stood up for myself and I wasn't so gentle. Put
I would
it that
take you
way.
for the bodyguard.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I've had my fair share of people calling me names, or people having something to say. Why? Because I dress nice.
Yeah,
because
well,
I smell good.
Well, smell good. Yeah.
Well,
But that comes in any situation, or in any career path you choose, or even without a career and you're just going to school and you're in 7th grade and you don't know what you want to do with your life. People will always have something to say, whether it's the way you dress, whether it's the way you look, what you sound like, the words you choose to say, what you choose to say. people will find something to say that's awful, but you know, at the end of the day, you need to know the person you are, and you just need to focus on the positivity in your life.
Well, and even in a professional sense, I mean, I definitely face a lot of bullying today, because a lot of people tell me that my career choice is a joke, and that what I want to do with music is not a real job. And I hear all the time, get a real job, get a real this, and it's like, listen, like, you don't understand. I am not someone who's going to be in a cubicle, and I'm not someone who's going to be behind, you know, a counter, you know, consulting with people or whatever. That's not me. So, you know, it's just still something that, you know, you face in multiple aspects of your life.
Around, like, with your band?
Absolutely. Well, we're at a point where now we're like all over Long Island.
Okay.
So we want to we want to get our name as far
Out
as
of Long
possible.
Island.
Not out of Long Island, but obviously, like, Long Island's our home, but we want to just get our name out there. So, you know, we're expanding to Philly and Boston and Florida and stuff like that.
Jersey.
So, Jersey. We want to just get basically go like this and go.
Do you have a favorite country you would like to conquer with your music?
Favorite country?
Country?
Yes.
Well,
Go big.
America.
Go big.
we are lovers of America. That's
That's right.
But like there's so many places like we'd love to visit. Just we don't have enough money in our band fund
to go just
Well,
yet.
it will come. It will come.
Yeah.
Put it out there. It will come.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Greece one day. I'm not Greek, but I would love to go
Why
to
Greece?
Greece.
Tell me why Greece.
I don't know. I had to read a lot of Greek plays in class, and it just seems like an awesome place. And I've heard a lot about it, and I have a lot of friends who have been to Greece, and I've seen pictures of it. It just looks like a beautiful place.
And you, Nick, what do you think is the most interesting country for you?
I'm probably gonna say London because that's where One Direction's from.
He's answering your question.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, London.
London. Well, actually, you know, you remind me a lot of Aha, and I know they started there too. Remember?
You know, I've heard that so many times from people that we remind them of Aha.
It's so true.
Really?
And well, it's an incredible band, but I know they had no money and they moved to London, and that's how they actually decided to do their craft, and that's exactly what you're doing in difference that you're in Long Island.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially about that no money part.
Yeah, right.
You know, Bill Gates started with something too, you know, it wasn't much there.
Well, I mean, I think a huge misconception when you talk about money with pop groups, especially younger artists who people are seeing a lot of success around, is that they think that they either come from very rich families or that we're making a lot of money and that this is all, you know, oh, we're just like, you know, making a living off of other people's pay and stuff. And it's really not like that at all. We slave away all day trying to book, private parties and private events. We'll work at Sweet 16s, just to afford to record music. And, that's what it is. It's night and day.
Goes back into itself. I mean, when we have a show in Philly, we're not gaining anything from that other than fans.
Yeah,
and
in fact, it costs us money to go there because if we're not headlining, we're not getting paid. So we'll perform for free, and then we have to pay for gas to get down there.
For us, it's
we
really
have to pay for hotels.
It's all about it's not about the money. In our career, we've invested so much time and so much money into ourselves, and so have the fans. But it's not that we're like these rich people. I mean, everything we've done has solely been hard work and on its own, and because of the shows we've done. But it goes back into itself. Making merch costs money, and then we sell it just to make more merch and to record music. As far as recording for music and the merchandise and everything like that, going out to shows, and it's what we want to do. It's our career, so it's not that we have money and our parents are these rich multimillionaires that are funding our project. Everything has been just because of hard work, that we've been just so lucky to gain the support of fans, that we're able to have shows and we're able to sell merchandise and we're able to sell songs on iTunes, stuff like that.
What is your next project?
The second album. That's
What's the name of
definitely
it?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. That's all. Yeah, a lot of the way we do things. Some of our songs don't even have names yet. It's it's really just seeing how we feel at the time and how our fans feel at the time that we feel is necessary to release it. I don't think we named our album Teenage Love and Other Stories that's out on iTunes right now. Yeah, we named it. We came up with the name like 2 days before because we had a couple ideas. And
the night we came up with it was the night we released like the album.
The 16th birthday, right? What was the release?
We released the album. That was a party to celebrate the release of it,
right?
And to celebrate my birthday as well. However, the album had been on iTunes for a month before then.
Yeah, just about. So it was like a 1 month anniversary for the album, but we did really much better than we had thought we were going to do on that album, and we hit 68th like in the top 100 for iTunes worldwide. Fantastic. For the pop albums that day. So we got, I mean, we were really blessed to have the following that we have, to have stirred enough of this, need for the album that we need to buy it, we need to listen to it, and this desire to hear our music. And I think that, if we wouldn't have had that behind us, that we would have even put out an album. Because they're really those are the people that fuel us to do what we do, is our fans. And, Nick said it before, we really do have the most supportive people behind us, literally every step of the way.
Do you guys get nervous when you get on stage?
I get nervous before we get on stage.
I think once we're on stage, it's like, you don't really know what's going on at that point. You're just totally you're in the zone. But before you get on stage and when you're hearing, let's give it up for Nick Tangorra, that's probably the moment where it's like everything inside of you just falls to the ground. You need to go to the bathroom. It's nasty. It's crazy. It's a crazy feeling all about. But then you get on stage, it's the best feeling in the world. So it's weird. But you're nervous, and I think you have to be nervous, because when you're not nervous, it's like, well, why aren't you nervous? You want to do your best. Why aren't you nervous? So I feel like it's positive to be nervous before you do something that you're so interested in. It doesn't have to be music. It could be anything. It could be, people with cheerleading or, anything like that. A doctor before he goes into surgery. I hope he's confident.
Right.
But I'm sure there's some nerves.
A little bit of nerves.
Yeah. Well, I get a lot of nerves before we go on stage, and it'll be like, well, what if this happens? What happens if my wire's not working, or what happens if I break a stick or drop a stick? But I mean, it really, a lot of that fear, once you hit the first note, is such an afterthought that it doesn't matter anymore. And another kind of fun fact, I guess, is I'm very claustrophobic. So when there's a lot of girls in the crowd, I get very anxious. So I don't know, and it's funny because when I'm playing, I'm fine. But right before I go out, and literally right after we play the last note, all of a sudden, I'm all anxious, oh my God, there's too many people here. I need to So yeah, I get very anxious right before we go on and right after we go on, because something about the large crowds, it really gets to me. So while I'm playing, I'm fine, but literally the second I hit that last note, I can't deal with it. And we actually just played 2 shows as part of the Digi Tour. And I thought, okay, well, let me just go outside real quick and get a breather. And both times there was hundreds of girls outside the back door. So it's oh man, when I go out to just catch a breath, everyone's ah! And I'm oh my God. I'm can I just have 2 seconds? I need to breathe.
Was it overnight success, kind of with that amount of people after you?
No, it definitely wasn't overnight.
No, I mean,
it was hard work.
I don't know if there's such thing as overnight success, because I feel like you might have gained a huge following overnight, but so much hard work happened before, the flower blossomed.
Right.
So much hard work. We put in so much hard work, and when we did the shows in Philly and we did the show in New York, I mean, it was people who hadn't heard of us, and then the next morning we gained a couple followers on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. But not so much to say were an overnight success because so much hard work had gone into that, and so much hard work is still going into it.
Right.
Yeah, we'll never be an overnight success, no matter how any way you slice it, because of the amount of time and effort that's been put in before anything would ever happen. So.
And you spend so much energy during the performance. Do you guys do sports to maintain? Because
No.
that's a long performance.
This is my sport.
And-
That's my weight loss. No, I don't know what happens on. Like I said, I get in the zone, so I come off stage and I'm like, wasn't I wearing more clothes? And it's like I lost the vest and I lost my scarf, but I don't know what happens. And I ended up never getting those scarves, or that's bad.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, the stage kind of eats them.
What would be your 3 wishes each, like for the future to come?
I'll tell you, 3 wishes is that basically just we can always remain, and I know we will, but always remain to have such an amazing friendship with our fans. Number 2 is just that we're able to inspire, because we've been inspired, because we're fans, obviously, of so many different musicians, so it's like we know exactly what it's like to be a fan. That's why I feel like we have such an awesome relationship with our fans, because it's like, here I am fanboying, or whatever you want to call it, over one band, and it's like, and then I have people doing the same over me, and it's like, I know what you would want because I'm in your situation just over another band. I'm obviously not like, oh my god, Nick Tangorra, I love Nick Tangorra. Like, you know, so I know what they want, so I basically do that. So, what was I saying?
About the fans?
Your wish.
Oh yeah,
Your
my
wish.
wish. Sorry, I
was
forget
the
things
second
really
wish?
easy.
Yeah, your 3rd wish.
That was my second wish?
That was your second wish.
3rd wish.
What did I wish? Okay. 3rd wish. Basically just that we're able to go out there and just be safe and happy and just doing what we love for the rest of our life.
And Raf?
I don't have any wishes, because everything that I would want to wish, I got. So I'm a firm believer in not taking things for granted. So I don't take anything of what I have for granted, and I'm just going to use what I've been given to get me to where I need to be.
And I also feel that you're very good role models. What would be your wishes and your advice to those people that admire you, adore you, and also look up to you?
Don't give up.
Yeah, never give up, because that's going to be the deciding factor as to whether or not you could have gone and done what you wanted to do successfully.
I think that people are always going to talk, regardless of what you do, and that goes back into the bullying. So you might as well do what you want, and you might as well just do what makes you happy, because people are always going to talk. So just do what makes you happy. And if you give them more of a reason to talk, then
Be it.
whatever.
Well, guys, thank you so much, and
thank you.
It's been an amazing journey for us, and
Yeah.
I wish you amazing success.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, inspire a lot of people. It's great.
PopimpressKA.
Great.
World is fighting back. Stop thinking that, got me thinking that maybe this life ain't half bad. Got what you want, you got what you need. Take a little break from the world, write anything. So be who you are, do what you please. 'Cause this life is a beautiful thing when you're carefree, letting it